It was a very wonderful experience to have grown up in the 40s, 50s. I was born in Lagos, 1942. And really, playing around with my friends on the streets around Ologbo area in Lagos was quite a wonderful experience. Things were so easy. Maybe because the population, people have not really stepped up in making children in those days. I still had some of my friends calling me just a few days ago. Biodun Nico. We grew up together in the same area. Taps were running. The gutters were clean. These gutters on Lagos streets were clean enough to a point that we as children could create some matchbox games and be playing such games in gutters. Around Ido, just on the side of the lagoon, there was ECN, Electricity Corporation of Nigeria. There was one outpost there where, I think it was coal they were using or something they were using around, that was providing us light in Lagos. As a young man, I never knew of, it's when it became NEPA that we started knowing, hey, NEPA. In the time of ECN, we had light. Water was running on some very artistic British-made taps. When you open it like this, the water will come on, gush out in big, strong volume. In 2 seconds, your buckets are filled. And, my school was not too far from my house. We lived on, I was born and brought up on Griffin Street. Griffin Street runs from, I think, Elegbata, Akpongbon Elegbata, across Dabara, and turn left, you are in Ologbo Methodist School. The compound is still there till date. There is a big, imposing church. When you are just getting on top of the bridge in Lagos, look on your right, you will see an imposing building, Ologbo Methodist Church. Right in the compound next to it was where my elementary school was. And we used to have, that church was not as big as that. There were a lot of games we were playing. There were a lot of good things that were happening. As a child, like hares, the speed we will use in reaching where the Sahara was. And I had Muslim friends. I had friends of parents that were doing a gugu. And I was a boy from a Christian family. Things were very nice. At times we would go to the lagoon on fishing expedition. At times, even when I was growing up, I could decide to go and see my aunt in Butemeta. All I needed to do was just cross the Kata Bridge, strolling. Cross the Kata Bridge, get to Ido. From Ido, you just auto, and you are in Butemeta, Onyibo, and all that. So I enjoyed the days before independence. And school was good. Our teachers were our very good friends. Like I referred to population growth now. Then we knew the sizes of our classrooms. But now I believe about 200, 300 people, are huddled. The pupils are huddled into classes, one class. So beyond that, before I was 15, I was already a member of a choir. That's where I studied how to sing properly. My church then was Holy Trinity Church Ebutero, because that was the church my father was attending. Even though my mother retained her own familial denomination, she was attending Methodist Church. So, but let's be frank, I am back in Methodist now because my wife is the daughter of a Methodist pastor. And so I'm on my mother's side now, and I'm even, honestly, I'm a Balogun of a Methodist church. So then I was going from Griffin Street, our home, to Ebutero for choir practices, Reverend Ogubanjo, Reverend Kushimo. They were all very great people. Our organist, S.J. Williams Baba, knew how to teach you how to sing. Maybe that's why I even had the foundation of a good approach to singing. And as a child, I would bring a lot of my friends into our compound evenings. I innovated my own cinema situation. I would bring a table out and then cover it with white bedsheet and then light 2 candles under the table behind. And then if you try it, you will see what I'm saying now. Then the screen is set. Then I would have cut little pieces of papers and I would be talking for one and the other one, and everybody will be fighting. No, I don't want to fight. No, I'm a friend. No, don't. Look, let's be friends. No, I don't want to be friends. And everybody will be clapping on the other side. So as a little boy, I already had the knack, the instincts of creativity and entertainment. Lagos was good. I was always earning practice during Parents and Teachers Day performances. Not really good at earning practices in arithmetic, we used to call it in those days. Not mathematics, arithmetic, algebra, and geometry. And standard, but in the end of the year entertainment section, I remember the name of one of our teachers, Baba James. He loved me. He would give me good characters. He taught me a lot of songs. I'm very grateful now that I'm remembering them. They gave me a formative platform for what I am doing today. The differences started growing little by little. For instance, a few years after independence, the water I was boasting about stopped gushing. The water started coming in trickles. A lot of things started losing their values. The difference was because we are now in power, and so maybe due to government and the people running us then, and the people themselves, we started cutting corners. We started playing games. Whereas when all those people were there, when the mayor of Lagos was there, when the Kenekam, Mark Fassin, all those wonderful names, I can't remember, I don't want to remember them anymore. When they were there, they were at par with what they were packaging for us. Maybe they were supervising it more than our new people were, more than our people were supervising. Supervision lost its strength and ability to maintain the PWD, Public Works Department, PWD. We started seeing that they were failing. Look, the difference, as I said, started gradually until it became glaring that we couldn't do it the way they were doing it. Well, on the day of independence, 1st October 1960, I was already doing different kinds of things. I remember I was part of a program, a drama program somewhere at the Federal Palace Hotel. Played a small role somewhere. I felt very good that at least we are beginning to be our own keeper. The pride. I was in Lagos. I went to somewhere in Itabalogun. There used to be a nightclub there, Lido Club, L-I-D-O, Lido, on top of a Lebanese rooftop. That was where that nightclub was. I was there. We even had an eve all over the place. Let me tell you one thing. Majority of my gang, my friends, on that evening, we were proud. So proud that we were taking governance off the hands of whoever were the colonialists, and we are now free. We are now ourselves. We are now totally going to be running situation ourselves. The euphoria, the beauty of it did not last. Did not last, because that's when we started seeing interest groups gathering. The cohesiveness that we had in Nigeria as Nigerians under the rulership of the colonialists started tearing to a point that you started seeing different groups forming. And that's the reason why a few years after independence, the center was not able to hold, and so things fell apart. as a little boy, each time we had a short breaks and we go on holidays in my hometown. In our compound in ile-ife, Remo, because I am from Remo, in Tunkaro area of the town. Our compound, ile-ife, very compact, for different families that have now come together in one Agbole compound. Each evening, all of us will be herded into the center of the compound, and some aunties, some uncles, all of them will gather us, and we'll first start with some moonlight games. Kini leje okuta leje ironla, you know, boju lorombo chekinshi, and all that. At the end of that, they will start telling us different kinds of stories until each and everyone started falling asleep. Since we were placed on mats, it is the mommy of a baby that will come and carry the baby home to go and sleep properly. I got used to that. So each time I get back to Lagos, I use some of that stories in my animation program, telling some other people, and when the tortoise left like this, and the dog shouted, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" And I mean, that's even when I was much younger. I was already bringing those stories back to dramatize in my cinema techniques as a child in Lagos. So then I was gathering materials. So when I got to Ibadan, some of the programs that they were handling, there was opportunities for me to tell stories. I would carry my guitar like a busker and tell stories. Once upon a time, blah, blah, blah. It started getting popular. Then came the television opportunity. I would be asked to come and tell stories on children's party, sponsored by 7-Up in those days. Then I would tell stories, sing some folk songs and all that. So I was getting used to that. Then I went to the School of Drama. I was already a known singer. Even when I was in the secondary school at Odo Grammar School, I was already composing songs and passing it out to bands like Roy Chicago. And they already were recording my songs when I was still in the secondary school. Songs like that, ọ̀rọ̀ màrè ará àdúgbò, wọ́n tún káṣà mìíràn dé, wọ́n ń pè yẹn lónílé gogoro, onílé gogoro gbòde. I wrote it, I composed it, and passed it on for Roy Chicago to perform. Ọ̀rẹ́ Titan, ọ̀rẹ́ òtítọ́, I wrote it and passed it on to Roy Chicago to record. Àṣé ọ̀rẹ́ Titan, láì ọ̀rẹ́ Titan, àṣé ọ̀rẹ́ Titan, láì ọ̀rẹ́ Titan, ọ̀rẹ́ òtítọ́ kò sí mọ́ láì ọ̀rẹ́ Titan. Then I will hear my name being mentioned as a young secondary school boy. It's Onílé Gogoro composed by Jimi Solanke. I say, that's nice. So I was all the time building, gradually. Then I never knew what I would be. But when I got to Ibadan, I opened up to singing. I started singing and composing with different bands. I was a singer with Chris Ajilo at the Gongon nightclub. I was a singer with Orlando Julius at the Independence Hotel, Okebola, Ibadan. I was a singer with the Western Western government lottery band. Lottery band is a band that will go around, when they want to play lottery, Western government lottery band under the band leadership of Victor Faulkner. Then I was a member of, I was a singer for Rex Williams. So all this I was doing as part-time when I was doing so many other things. Then I sauntered on Mbari Ibadan, where at times they would ask us to come and sing, play guitar. Brother Tunji Elanotu was around there at Mbari Ibadan. This is good. And you know who and who were the Oga Patapata? We are just like acolytes. Anyway, àwọn Oga Patapata, the people who were really there gone, àwọn Rafok Parawole Soyinka, Chris Okigbo, Yemili Jadu. Great people. Baba, I even saw him in a program yesterday. Baba playwright. I saw him they were the people there. I mean, great Hendrix, great people. That's even where I first met Ulibaya, late Ulibaya. They were giving us little parts to play, and that's where my interest in theater or drama began. Because not long after I knew them came the opportunity for a school of drama, the first one in Africa, which was then initiated by Institute of African Studies, Ibadan, under the directorship of Michael Crowder. Robin Houghton, all of them were there. And so they brought the announcement to Mbari, and everybody advised us, you better apply to be members of this school of drama. This was now in 1963, I think. They, myself, Ratunji, Yomi Obeleye, all of the youth wing that have been hanging around Mbari Ibadan. We all applied. We went for the exams because when we were auditioned, because of our experiences at the Mbari Ibadan, they admitted all of us to the first school of drama in Africa, School of Drama, University of Ibadan, which eventually metamorphosed into the theater arts department. So that's how I got into drama again. I said, let's go. And I now, at that point, got interested in theater, like I was drunken on it. After the course, I loved to act. I would be studying 4 scripts at the same time. I would be ready to go on stage twice, three plays in a day. I just was, a lot of people who knew me then were, they will confirm that, hey, as an actor, I don't want any aspect of the character I'm playing to be lost. When I pick up the character, everything, all the total aspect of me, from my hair to the soles of my feet, will become that character. And at the end of the day, all playwrights that have worked on their scripts, wherever they are now, they will remember the statement I'm making. I am a character creator. At that point, I started going a bit away from singing, because in those days, how much do you want to earn from singing? How much do you want to earn from acting? But I then, at that point in time, favored acting more than going out to Paradise Club or going on to Independence Club or Omoladebu Club in Adamasingba. I just faced theater. And that's the reason why I'm going to end up owning my own theater in my own village. Work is ongoing, so I can get back and act. So little by little, I was turned into, and you know what made my staying power in the performing arts better was, after we finished at the School of Drama, there was the opportunity for everyone to go and do a diploma course. I couldn't do beyond that. Some of us stayed and did degree and all that, because me, inside of me, I am a performing machine. After the first certificate, I believe that's enough. So I would prefer to do the television series, Osun Theatre series, Amshire Theatre series, live show. Wale Oguyemi will continue to just write and write and write and write. He loves writing scripts. Oh, he was a genius. He is a genius. I have his scripts around here that I'm asking his family to allow us to be playing. We'll be paying them. He writes so much. And he taught me how to write all these short scripts. So by the time I was working as a consultant for UNICEF, I have over 40 scripts I've written in this my study here that are for UNICEF. For one program, I write 3 or 4 scripts, so that we try every one of them, which one catches the audience. But because we are doing a guerrilla theater kind of thing, I write the scripts in English. Baba Okediji, Dejo Okediji Baba, we translate it into fine Yoruba thing, and we take it into the grassroots just to educate and communicate with them on some programs of UNICEF. And they wrote a book on me, Popular Theater, that they've never seen anything like that, because it works. It's like magic. When we go into the villages, once we throw the issue through theatrics, it works. They will, by tomorrow morning, if it is immunization will rise. If it is safe motherhood, people will go and register a pregnancy, and they'll be onto, because theater is one of the most communication mediums that reaches the people. Everybody in the audience will have something to take away, especially when you have packaged it in the way that it will send a message. It will it's definitely to tell you something. So, I'm in it.